Two powerful regional blocs are quietly shaping the future of global economics. The European Union, a symbol of unity and economic strength, and ASEAN, a diverse and rapidly growing powerhouse in Southeast Asia. Today, we'll explore a bold question. Could ASEAN one day challenge and even surpass the European Union? Stay with me as we dive into the numbers, the politics, and the possibilities. To understand this complex scenario, we need to go back to the origins of these two blocs. In the aftermath of World War II, Europe was in ruins, both economically and politically. The European Union, then called the European Economic Community, was born out of a desperate need for peace and economic cooperation. Fast forward a few decades and the EU has become a global symbol of integration, with 27 member states working together under a single market and a common currency, the euro. But while Europe was rebuilding, a different story was unfolding in Southeast Asia. In 1967, 5 countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, came together to form ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is now a 10-member association, but what is their goal? To promote economic cooperation and regional stability. ASEAN was a response to the Cold War tensions of the time, but it wasn't long before these nations realized the economic potential of working together. Today, the EU and ASEAN stand as economic titans, but they've taken very different paths. The European Union is a fully integrated economic bloc. Goods, services, people, and capital flow freely across borders. It's a union of rich economies like Germany, France, and Italy, with a GDP of over $17 trillion. Making it one of the largest economies in the world. But ASEAN, despite its diversity, has emerged as a serious contender. While it may not have a single currency or a unified economic policy, ASEAN's 10 member states can boast a combined GDP of $3.47 trillion in 2024, according to IMF, and it's growing fast. When it comes to trade, the EU is a global heavyweight. It's the largest single market and accounts for over 16% of global trade. The EU has forged trade deals with major economies like Japan, Canada, and the UK post-Brexit. It's a strong player on the world stage. But ASEAN is quickly catching up. With the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, also known as RCEP, ASEAN is now part of the world's largest free trade agreement, which includes economic powerhouses like China, Japan, and South Korea. Additionally, ASEAN's strategic location makes it a crucial hub for global trade routes. Ports in Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia are among the busiest in the world, moving billions of dollars in goods every year. The story of ASEAN's economic strength doesn't stop here, as the region is diversifying rapidly. For example, Indonesia, the largest economy in ASEAN, is a major exporter of natural resources and has a booming tech sector. Similarly, Vietnam has become a global manufacturing hub, attracting companies looking to diversify from China. Singapore also stands as one of the world's financial centers, often compared to the likes of London or New York. What's more impressive is ASEAN's youthful population. While Europe is facing an aging demographic, Southeast Asia is home to a rapidly growing young workforce. This means more innovation, higher productivity, and a larger consumer base in the future, factors that the EU will struggle to compete with. Of course, ASEAN's journey to challenging the EU isn't without its challenges. The region's diverse economies, from wealthy Singapore to developing Myanmar, create huge disparities. Unlike the EU, ASEAN operates on a principle of non-interference, which means political and economic integration is less formalized. Decisions are made by consensus, and that can slow down progress. But this flexibility is also ASEAN's strength. It allows member states to chart their own courses while still benefiting from regional cooperation. Meanwhile, the EU faces its own internal divisions, from the aftershocks of Brexit to rising nationalism and economic inequalities between North and South Europe. These cracks are becoming harder to ignore. So, could ASEAN one day overtake the European Union? It's not an impossible scenario. ASEAN's economies are growing faster, and the region's strategic position at the crossroads of global trade gives it a unique advantage. As Southeast Asia continues to integrate through initiatives like the ASEAN Economic Community, also known as AEC, And as its young tech-savvy population drives innovation, the region could rise to rival the EU. While the EU is currently more politically integrated, the cracks in its unity are showing. ASEAN, on the other hand, still has the flexibility and growth potential to become an economic superpower in the decades to come. One thing's for sure, the competition is heating up. In the battle of economic blocs, both the European Union and ASEAN are forces to be reckoned with. The EU may be stronger for now, but ASEAN's rapid growth and strategic advantages make it a future contender. As the world's economic balance shifts eastward, don't be surprised if ASEAN emerges as a challenger to the global dominance of Europe. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of global economics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.